Now that I've got your attention, I want to talk to you about color accessibility. Probably wondering, what exactly is color accessibility? Now, color accessibility is how your brand colors show up to people with low vision or eye deficiencies, like color blindness, for example. Now, did you know there's 2.2 billion people worldwide who suffer with low vision or eye deficiencies? And I'm actually one of them. I suffer from an eye condition called keratoconus, which basically means my eyes are shaped like cones rather than ovals, which means I can see when a website, brand, collateral, or anything like that is not following color accessibility because I have trouble reading the copy. Now, most of the time color accessibility is implied mostly around text because it doesn't necessarily matter about anything else, but you want to make sure your marketing follows color accessibility so it's easily read for everybody who can actually read your website. So there's a couple of ways you do this, but what it basically means is color contrast. Colors of text versus the color that's underneath of them need to be in such a contrast that it doesn't matter what color they are. Someone with color vision impairment or low vision will be able to read it or see the contrast between the two colors to be able to read it correctly. So there are a couple of ways you can check whether or not your brand is currently in favor of color accessibility or not. And there are websites called color checkers where you can put in your two hair colors and they will come up with different types of ratings based on the color combination together. The AAA rating is the best that you can possibly get and it's the most inclusive, but it does have some design limitations because the contrast is so big, you might be limited in what design flexibility you have. So usually for clients of ours, I don't recommend a AAA unless they're very passionate about it. I would normally recommend a AA. With AA has more room for flexibility in terms of design style, but it's very, very close in terms of contrast, so it's readable for most. And then the last rating is fail, and no one wants to fail, so don't be that person. Don't be that guy. So if you want to know more about color accessibility and how you can implement this in your brand, or if you just need some help understanding whether or not you are actually compliant or not, reach out to me, send me a message. I'd be more than happy to guide you in this process because it is a very tricky one to kind of do on your own, especially if you're not a designer. So that's our tip for today, is make sure you're being inclusive for us colorblind or low vision folks to make sure that your brand not only gets seen by everybody, it converts, because that's what you want at the end of the day. And I'm Ben and this is 5 for 55.